Good morning. I'm Stan Turner with the 725 Today Show News for Wednesday, June the 2nd. As has been the case for the past few days, the sun rose behind a heavy blanket of clouds this morning. It happened at 5:29. Sunset tonight, hopefully visible at 8:53. Highest temperature this date has ever seen in the Twin Cities is a 94-degree reading set back in 1934. The record low for June the 2nd, a 35-degree reading, this recorded in 1888. For the first time this week, there is the promise of some sunshine in the forecast. It calls for cloudy skies this forenoon, but partial clearing should be developing by this afternoon, and fair to partly cloudy skies by tonight and tomorrow. What's more, there should be a slight warm-up during the next 24 hours. The overnight low in the Twin Cities was 51, the expected high this afternoon 70, low tonight 50, and the high tomorrow 75. Right now in Minneapolis-St. Paul, the temperature reading 52 degrees. Humidity is 77%. The barometric pressure holding steady at 29.99 inches. The winds are northwest at 6, and the skies are cloudy. The first major showdown of the special legislative session is developing now between Governor Anderson and the House Conservatives. House Majority Leader Ernest Lindstrom says no major bills will be passed before Monday. That means several big money bills passed during the regular session will die of a so-called pocket veto by the governor. The money bills must be signed by this coming Saturday, but Governor Anderson says he will not sign anything until an acceptable tax plan is on his desk. Lindstrom says that should that pocket veto occur, he wants a chance to chop several $1 million from those big appropriations bills, including the one that finances state agencies. On yet another point of difference, Lindstrom and the governor have exchanged sharp words on legislative reapportionment. Lindstrom says there are sufficient census figures to complete the remapping job during this special session, that in the House Majority Leader's words, neither the people of Minnesota nor the legislators want or can afford another special session. But an aide to the governor says Anderson does not consider reapportionment among the top priority items of the special session already underway. The federal government seems very pleased with the results of a special Upper Midwest test project aimed at weeding out wild marijuana. One of those test areas happens to be in Meeker County, Minnesota.
County farm agents say farmers are responding with great enthusiasm toward the marijuana eradication program. Although Meeker isn't the only county in Minnesota where the wild hemp is growing, it's in on the USDA's pilot program in cooperation with the Justice Department and the Bureau of Narcotics. At this time of the year, the plant is just beginning to grow, and officials and farmers are anxious to destroy it before the seeds come. Russ Burris, the Meeker County agent, is responsible for the eradication effort in his county.
We're asking the property owner and the farmer to eradicate this weed by July 1 of this year. And eradication, that means either hand pulling it, spraying it with 2,4-D to kill it, or mowing it so that it doesn't go to seed, because this is an annual plant. It grows from seed. We can destroy the plant. We destroy the potential of reproducing by seed.
Burris admits there is some harvesting of the weed for smoking purposes, and says there would probably be a lot more if people knew exactly what to look for and if farmers were not cooperating with the seek and destroy mission. Don Hickman, Channel 5 News.
Both sides to Minnesota's court challenge of the Vietnam War are to appear before District Judge Earl Larson on June the 12th. That test case centers on the state's argument that the federal government has no right to send a 20-year-old suburban Minnetonka soldier to an undeclared war. The federal government has requested a summary judgment to dismiss that suit. A judge in Minneapolis has allowed 2 Indians to pay 10% of their $25,000 bail instead of requiring the full amount for their release. The pair, Gerald Roy and Bruce Livingstone, were charged with assault on federal marshals during the Indian encampment at the Navy Air Station last May. Those are the latest local and regional developments. I'm Stan Turner, Channel 5 News.